Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final round with our two undefeateds. We have Dom on the left with the U White approach that you
white,
saw.
I literally always want to say that.
U White
White approach.
And then we have Billy on the right with Timur Value Town.
Timur value you into the ground town.
Yes, and we're gonna get an exciting match out of these two. Dom's gonna do a whole lot of nothing and then do everything within a few turns.
Billy's just going to do everything each turn.
Yes. And so Billy's trying to stick these threats because you are right. Once his creatures hit the battlefield, they just do everything.
Yeah.
But he has to stick them first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So Dom's gonna have to try to mitigate while they're not on the battlefield, which is gonna be hard game one because his main deck's loaded with stuff like Aether Meltdown.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which isn't going to do a whole lot.
Yeah. I mean, you're still gonna see tokens being generated by whirlers, stuff like that.
You're still going to get the card off of the Rogue Refiner. You're still going to be able to exert your Glory Bringers or whatever.
So we're at an interesting place where like Billy knows what Dom's on, so he's looking at this hand and it has Harness Lightning, but it also has a fair amount of threats. But he's still gonna ship it back just because he doesn't need the removal.
Oh yeah, like for sure, it's just a dead card.
Yeah, and it didn't look like his lands were panning out there. I think I saw like Mountain Island and like no green source.
Not gonna work. You need green. Green is the.
You don't need removal. You need green.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we talked about last week, the advantage that Sultai has is 2 fast lands that produce green.
Yeah, for sure.
And whereas Timur has to play 2 fast lands, one of which doesn't produce green.
Correct.
And we're going to see Billy shuffle up, keep on shuffling while Dom twiddles his thumbs. And hopefully we get a better 6 out of Billy. I'd like to see a good game between these two.
Yeah, I don't want to see him go down to 5.
Yeah, that's just sad. Stress level max.
I mean, I've had to.
Oh, Magma Spray. That's already a bad start to this opener. Whirler and lands. He's going to have to keep that.
Yeah, he absolutely has to.
So bottom.
He doesn't like the scry.
I'm not sure who won the die roll. Whoever rolled the dice last won the die roll.
Yeah.
Looks like that was Billy. Alright, so this is going to be non-green fast land. Pass the turn. Dom's going to start with irrigated farmland. He's 4 for 4 on these irrigated farmland cards.
For sure, for sure.
Billy's going to pass the turn back, and Dom's going to untap draw. That's an Aether Meltdown. That won't be doing as much as you saw it do in the Raminap Red.
Oh, no, not
Still
at all.
good.
Not at all.
It's just not as powerful.
Was that a braid?
That was a braid off the top, so Billy's drawing removal. But this is going to be Whirler Virtuoso, being able to produce 1 Thopter right now.
Which is fine. And a cast out off the top.
Cast out off the top. Alright, we're going to see Dom just play a land and pass the turn no matter what.
Pretty much. This entire game is land go.
Yeah.
Especially now that he has the Oscanta on field.
Exactly. Billy's going to go up to 4 energy, not quite enough to make 2 Thopters, but he's working his way up there. Any 2 energy thing will produce 2 Thopters now.
Yeah.
Dom's just going to take this too. There's no reason to like Aether Meltdown or Whirler Virtuoso or anything.
I mean, no. No, not unless you're at like, single digit life total.
Exactly. You can spare the 2 life in this matchup.
Unless you're like just Ebenezer Scrooge with your life total. I will say I met quite a bit of people who will Scrooge the heck out of their life total. It's like, look, dude, you don't need to do that.
Yeah. You don't have to fire off removal on everything. That's an Ops grind to the bottom and drawing for Dom. He's going to untap, do his search trigger, see if he decides to keep it or bin it. He's going to think about it.
Yeah, like, again with a life total comment, like, some people, like...
Field of Ruin?
Field of Ruin is good. Some people don't really, like, early on players, they don't really realize that your life total is just a...
It's an extension of everything.
Yeah,
else.
it's literally just a resource. I read, I do believe it was a Channel Fireball,
It's going to be commit off the top.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, commit could put in work here.
But, like, I read on Channel Fireball, like, the words to live by. The only point of life of yours that matters is your last one.
Yeah, and that's completely understandable. We see decks in Modern that are making just this insane use of things like their graveyard, things like their life total being low. That's an entire archetype now.
Yeah.
Playing around your life total being low, and so once you get into higher level play, you start to notice these things. Billy's gonna think about committing this, and he's gonna say you can have a glimmer. Dom's not making use of the energy; he's really just making use of the scries off this glimmer. So it's not as prevalent to get rid of it. Billy's not going to see a big Harness Lightning out of Dom or anything.
Yeah. It's real funny because like a lot of people like to consider this deck a combo deck. Really, it's just a control deck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, through and through. All right, it's gonna be irrigated farmland number 2 for Dom, and he's gonna ship the turn back over to Billy here momentarily. Can't imagine he has any plays
He has none.
that he wouldn't just do
that
on
he wouldn't
Billy's
just
turn.
do instant speed. Your enchantment has flash. You have Wrath to Exile in hand. Aether Meltdown.
Yeah, he's gonna ship the turn back.
Yeah, there's. In fact, I'm pretty sure every spell in Dom's hand is instant speed.
I think Billy's just gonna try to ride this Whirler to victory. Dom's gonna try to Aether Meltdown. Billy has the commit. Does
Will
Billy
he
commit?
to the commit? Yep.
Yeah, Billy's gonna commit to the commit, so that's gonna put it second from the top, I believe.
I do believe, yeah. Either on top or second from the top. Dom knows what he's drawing in 2 turns.
Well, he can also just ship it with the Surge.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of the advantage of that card, but Dom's gonna be taking 3 this turn. He can also just ship it with a Search next turn if he feels like cycling the cast out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which I don't think he needs the cast out. Yeah, no, he doesn't need the cast out. Gets an island off the top, and he's probably just gonna go ahead and
Bin the Aether Meltdown.
No, he likes it. Oh no, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
He likes to be fancy with his hands.
Yeah, right. Like it's just like, come on, just do the thing, man.
All right, this is gonna be 6 lands, and let's see what we got. He's very close to flipping the Surge here. Just gonna provide him with incremental advantage. He's already at an advantage of that in that Billy's not doing anything.
I mean, neither of them are doing anything, but that's exactly what Dom wants to do.
Yeah, that's what's that side of it? The memory part.
It's Time
Well,
Twister.
Yeah, Time Twister.
You-
That's the
you-
card it is emulating.
You just Time Twister. Shuffle all your perms from your graveyard.
Dom's gonna Glimmer in response to the attack, so no damage being taken right now. That is an Aether Meltdown and an approach. He's gonna draw both. And here comes Aether Meltdown number 2. So this is a perfect window for Billy to play 2 spells if he's not too terribly afraid of Fumigate. Alright, so Dom's just going to take 1. Fall down to 11. This is going to be Servant. He's going to try to convert more Thopters.
Which makes sense. You want to go wide. You want to try and kill Dom as fast as possible.
Right, and the problem being is that no matter what, Dom has his 7th mana for approach next
Yep.
turn. Because of the Surge.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, this deck's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
I hate it, but you know, I don't like blue or doing nothing. So
Well, he's about to do a whole lot of something. This is the whole lot of something part of his turns.
yeah, for sure.
He can just completely tap out, gain 7 life safely. He can, if he's gonna... So we saw last week, and I don't think that he'll do it this week, but last week, Dom was very afraid of 2 open mana for no reason. So he knew that Eduardo could only have Censor, and Dom had more than enough mana to pay for it, and still didn't play Approach. And it looks like he's not going to play into this 2 mana either. So he really overvalues his opponents having negate.
That's fair, but like I mean, none of these decks main
Right,
negate.
and he has 2 Approach, so like one getting negated is actually not the
It's
end
not
of
the end of the world. And I've explained to him before, actually.
Actually, isn't that preferable?
Yeah.
Because then you would
You waste the first negate, and
but
then,
you technically already cast one this game, so the second one just wins you.
yeah, you like
faster.
you waste your negate, because like realistically, he taps. Cool, Billy counters it, and you just win the game on like upkeep, or well, not upkeep, but next turn.
Next time you cast one. All right, Billy drew Bristling Hydra for the turn, and
I think Dom is just trying to be very sure that,
a win is a win, right?
and I think this is getting disallowed. This is getting disallowed.
I wouldn't allow it.
I definitely wouldn't allow it.
This is one of the more hard to deal with threats in Billy's deck. He's gonna wait for Billy to tap his mana and disallow. All right, that leaves Billy with a whole lot of nothing, and Dom's gonna be able to convert. Into
Oh
a
no,
whole
those
lot
are
of something.
spells. Those are spells.
Yeah, that don't do much in this spot. Billy taps 2 mana.
Lol.
It says, never mind, I don't have anything.
Yeah, it's like real funny because like that would be the second time. Like I do believe it was also last weekend where we watched Caesar get punked out of the win because of 2 untapped mana.
Yeah. All right. Billy's going to say memory. Let's shuffle.
Works for me.
And it gets rid of the other approach that was in Dom's hand.
But it gives him a full grip again.
Exactly, right? So there's risk, but Billy knows he also probably just loses the next turn anyways.
Yeah.
Billy's probably tested this matchup enough to know that, like, okay, I'm just dead next turn. So let's at least both refill. That's my best chance here.
Yep.
Because he does have main deck counter spells.
The issue, though, like, and I don't like this about Time Twister cards nowadays, is you don't get to, like,
they always, like, end your turn.
Yeah, like, you don't get to...
like Days Undoing. And,
yeah, like you like I love like how everybody when Days Undoing was printed like our preview, people were like freaking out about how they were gonna break it and then never broke anything.
This found Billy a land, Long Tusk Cub, a Braid, or
Two
Glorybringer in the back.
Double Bristling Hydras.
Long Tusk Cub, Essence Scatter, Glorybringer, and a Braid at the front.
Yeah, but and Dom has a Gideon
pretty much
now
everything
and some stuff.
Didn't find a approach though.
That's pretty good.
So I mean the game plan pseudo worked out for
But
Billy.
he has double Glimmer as well, it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
like,
eventually
all Billy could do was delay the inevitable.
Yeah, so Dom's probably gonna end up finding another approach, like honestly. He bought himself some time, which is fine, but not enough in the long run.
That's the main board confiscation coup.
Lol.
Very bad in this matchup. So Billy has the decision to try to like Glorybringer here. Dom's at 21 life. It's all just Billy's in a bad spot.
Yeah, it's all bad. It's literally all bad.
This deck that we were saying everything's good. It is all bad right now.
Yeah, like which is real sad.
All right, he's gonna go Long Tusk Cup first. This still leaves him enough mana to Glorybringer if Dom
He's
decides
probably
to
just
answer
trying
the
to
Cub.
bait out a counter spell, is what it looks like.
Right, and Dom's gonna Glimmer in response. Interestingly enough, still leaves him enough mana to Aether Meltdown a potential Glorybringer.
2 lands.
2 lands.
2 lands?
Yeah, 2 lands. And that's gonna be a Censor. So that's a late game Censor that paid off. Being able to convert a late game Censor is
What did I
is
just
rough.
see?
You just saw a late game Censor counter Glorybringer.
What did I just see?
And Dom just has Impulse open to him with that land. Like we said, this Long Tusk Cub is not gonna run away with the game.
Oh no.
I love the runaway Long Tusk Cub when it happens.
Yeah, we saw it once. I believe that was also last weekend. Mike against Caesar just running away with a Long Tusk Cub game 2.
Yep. Let's see what else we got out of Billy. Any potential plays? It's gonna be a Servant.
Seems fine. We'll see another Glimmer.
Dom says, "Seems like I'm gonna Glimmer."
Aether Meltdown.
Doesn't
and a
need
land. Doesn't need it. Glimmer.
And it looked like Censor, maybe? Yep. It's going to be a Censor at the back.
Yeah.
Glimmer again.
We're trying here. Supreme Will and
Approach.
land.
No, I thought that was Approach on top.
It might have been.
Yep.
Oh, yep. So Supreme Will and Approach.
Yeah, this game is on lock because Dom has enough mana to play around anything that Billy could potentially have.
Which is, nothing.
Yeah. So Billy did buy himself virtually 2 turns, but it just has not paid off for him.
No, he needed a follow-up threat.
I mean, here is a follow-up threat, but it's just not going to matter.
Yeah, it's
from what we know.
Yeah, cool. You just tapped out. I win. See, like the thing is like I'd just be flashing the approach at this point. Just do I win? You don't have any response. You can't spell pierce me with that 1 green or red.
All right, and yeah, Billy sees the writing on the wall.
He was shown the writing on the wall.
Yeah. He was promptly walked to where the writing would have been, and then Dom wrote on the wall in front of him and was like, "Here's the writing on the wall."
Yeah, exactly.
And only life that needs to be adjusted is Dom needs to now go back down to 20. So just neither players. Well, Dom got to convert on a lot. Billy didn't get to convert on anything.
Yeah, it's real sad. I don't know that there was much that Billy could have done. It was just his opening hand didn't cooperate really with him. The having to tap completely out to save himself didn't really help him a lot.
see Billy bringing in Supreme Will, Spell Pierce, Negate, Torrential Gearhulk.
Counter spells and things that flashback counter spells.
Probably this Commit to Memory.
Seems fine.
I mean, I imagine he just has so many deck cards. This Chandra that he could potentially run away with. Commit to Memory, second copy.
So, I feel like I just saw the coolest thing ever. Sorry, I can't show you guys right now, but it made me think of the, not the next set, which would be Rivals, but Dominaria. Who dat?
Oh, is that Jaya Ballard?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure it's just a fan art, but, like, I would love that to be actual art, and...
Well, she doesn't have her goggles. Doesn't Chandra have them?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Chandra stole them or whatever?
Something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
I'm not too well versed on old lore. Ask me about anything new, and I got you. But...
Yeah. I don't even know where I get the knowledge from. I just explain to people what's going on in the story.
Yeah, it's like real funny.
Just
I don't even read the story. I just kind of happen
Yeah.
to know.
Apparently, Exelon was pretty lackluster from what people were telling me. It's very Dragon's Maze, where like everyone's just racing to find the treasure.
That's exactly what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. And we all know how people receive Dragon's Maze.
Pretty badly.
Pretty badly. Set was awesome. Despite
alright.
people thinking it was not as
alright.
great. I thought for a small set it was pretty cool.
That's fair.
I'm a huge Voice of Resurgence fan though.
Okay, but like if I'm talking like small sets, like
But Far and Away was cool. Turn and Burn, like all those cards.
oh yeah,
were
those
really
are super cool. But like I
Beck
mean,
and Call.
but small sets. I liked Fate.
Was Fate a small set?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dragons was a large set.
Yeah.
Dragons and Cons were large sets.
I liked Fate.
Yeah,
Gave
Fate.
us Monastery Mentor.
Yeah.
Pretty
Also gave us Soulfire Grandmaster.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Soulfire Grandmaster plus like
Oh, Tassiger.
plus like Crackling Doom was really cool in the Jeskai Black decks.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, deal you 2, I'll gain 2, sack your
Deal
best
you
creature.
3. Deal
Crackling
you
Doom
3.
is 3, that's right.
Yeah, deal you 3.
What card is Crackling Doom? Wait, what are we looking at with Crackling Doom? So we have the deal you 3 is
That's red.
That's Bolt. So what is black plus white that gets rid of your highest toughness creature? There has to be a card. Because this is Wizard... So, people don't realize, this is what we were talking about last time. This is how Wizards actually designs cards. They just take old cards and smash them together. Like... Which, I mean, it works. Like,
Yeah. Not complaining.
Yeah.
I got a Siege Rhino out of it.
It's really fun. Maybe it's just the black, because that is very, like, Diabolic Edict.
Yeah, but Diabolic Edict was just black 1.
Right. And it only made them stack a creature. It wasn't highest toughness.
Yeah. I'm not too sure.
I'm sure there's something they
There's
pulled
something
from.
somewhere. I'm
Maybe
sure.
maybe a black card that makes your opponent sack something, and a white card that deals with highest toughness.
That makes sense. That would make so much sense. Color Pie.
Yeah, the color pie is fun. So I've seen articles about how the color pie restricts design.
Or is stale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read those same articles,
But
I'm sure.
don't think
I
that that's
wholeheartedly
true.
don't agree.
Yeah.
So, like, the reason why I don't agree is because I feel like I've used the color pie so much to define myself as a Magic player.
And you'll see some of the best Magic players in the world do that. Like whenever you see people like Patrick Chapin, he's playing green white X.
Yeah,
Like,
no matter what.
Yeah, it's you're so many Yuya, Jund. I mean, like these players, some of the best players in the world picked colors that define them. and
Redo
stuck
green black
with it.
X.
Yeah, except for that time he played Boggles and almost won Worlds with Boggles.
That was a thing.
Someone check that out. He played Jeskai Control with Shahar.
was
USA Control at the time.
That was a thing.
That was Shahar's first win.
Yeah.
And then Shahar devastated Chapin the next year. One of the worst finals I've ever watched. Chapin just didn't have anything.
No, I've seen a worse final. It was recent too.
Really?
Yeah, where the guy like literally just didn't have anything. Like it was I think it was game 5. He literally had to mold.
One of
down.
my favorite finals was the World's Final that Brian Braun won. The Human Company.
I did
mirror.
like that.
Oh my god, that game 3 that was like 2 hours long.
I did like that.
One of the funnest things I've ever seen. All right, Billy's gonna have a Servant of the Conduit, turn 3 here, kind of playing around Censor.
Makes
And
sense.
he's going to put 2 counters on this Long Tusk Cub. We're going to see a briefly runaway Long Tusk Cub.
I don't know that it'll be running for too long, especially with an Aether Meltdown off the top.
Yeah, so it's going to get sniped down by the Aether
Yeah, its
Meltdown.
legs are going to be ripped from under it
Can still deal damage
eventually.
if Billy converts enough. Well, one more activation actually, right?
Yeah, he has the mana for the activation too.
But then how much energy are you investing into?
One Long Tusk Cup, right?
Yeah, that you're trying to grow.
I mean, he has a Servant.
All right, here's another Servant. So this is potentially 2 activations. This Long Tusk Cub could get back to base power.
Yeah. Back to a Grizzly Bear.
Billy's gonna do it.
I was a Wall of Roots for 2 seconds. Now I'm a Grizzly Bear.
What
again.
happened while you were in there, man? I was a wall of roots. It's gonna be 4 damage coming across for Billy.
I was a Wall of Roots. Best thing said all night. Yeah, it doesn't look like Billy's getting any more lands, which is, I mean, it's fine. Like he has,
He's converting on damage. He has this Rogue Refiner, which, I mean, worst card in his deck, right?
yeah, he has birds, non-flying birds, but they're birds.
This is going to be Gideon, I believe.
Yeah, it's a Gideon.
Plussing on the
a Long Tusk Cub. Long Tusk Scrub.
This Gideon, not long for this world.
No, it's probably gonna die to these.
But it does buy Dom a turn, so each Planeswalker is always like a little incremental life gain, right?
Yeah, fair. Okay, I mean, so he has 1 mana up.
Which it telegraphs nothing in Standard.
Yeah. Spell Pierce.
Oh, 5. Here comes the Glory Bringer.
And there goes the Gideon.
And goodbye, Gideon. I like Billy playing out the Glory Bringer on a turn.
That was what I was gonna say. I'm like, please don't swing these double.
Sad days. Dom goes up to 16.
So I was excited for 2 seconds for Billy. He was about to turn the corner.
And yeah, this game's pretty much over. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to be so bleak about this, guys.
But yeah, like once you get your board wrathed and you
spent so many turns investing so much into the.
He negated most of the damage that you did to him.
Yeah.
Like.
Fumigate's an interesting card.
I don't like that card.
4 to wipe, and so like what was the one when like the one I liked was destroy all creatures and creatures attached to those creatures when bestow was a thing.
Oh, and enchantments attached to those
yeah.
creatures. Oh, what was that card?
And so you like got the people that were playing Boon Satyr,
which was super good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look up. It was 5 mana as well, and I think that's a fair rate for 5 mana.
I don't like 5 mana wraths.
Just generally.
Well,
people don't like Montes, so.
I mean, rightfully so. Why would I Bantus when I just can play Flaying Tendrils?
We're talking about.
Oh, in standard. Okay, in standard, blue black loves it, but.
I've just seen them play Bantu so many times, and then their opponent just like rebuilds.
I
think you're wrathing actually too early in the game.
I like Yennies.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
Neg 3 the board, free 3 mana spell seems fine.
Play out your Rogue Refiner.
Yeah, seems fine.
All right, this is gonna be a Rogue Refiner that connects.
Seems real good, and Dom has a Glimmer.
And that's going to get negated by Billy. Billy throws that Glimmer into the bin.
You know that like, we need a soundboard. I need that like record screech. Like, for every time someone gets a counter spell, they're negated.
Look at this. 6 mana on board. Dom draws Approach. Can't cast it.
Seems fine for Billy.
Does seem fine for Billy. Billy also, I think, has Supreme Will in hand. So once Dom does try to convert on a turn, this is 5. He's going to have to cast out to save himself some life. Oh. Billy should have held the Supreme Will. And yeah, Billy should have held the Supreme Will. So now if Dom draws untapped land, this is quite literally over for Billy.
Pretty much, yeah.
And we just saw a counter war that Billy lost. That's a losing counter war that you just saw. And he draws untapped land because, of course, we need to punish Billy for what he just did.
The magic gods are not smiling. upon Billy.
And so Dom's gonna go up to 18. And Bristling Hydra off the top for Billy.
Might be able to not kill him anytime soon.
It's gonna be 2. Yeah, Billy really needed a whole Supreme Will for that approach. There was no reason to try to fight the Cast Out War.
No, not at all.
I understand that Billy wanted to convert damage, but Dom was already so close to 7 mana, just wait for the approach.
For sure, because he would have tapped out for it, because obviously.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have to, almost. There's very few times you look at this deck and they don't just, like,
tap out on
for
turn
approach.
7, yeah.
Alright, Billy's gonna get to untap with the board here.
I'm shocked, actually.
Alright, Billy has 5 mana on board, but also has the Servant open. I think he has Torrential Gearhulk in hand. So he's going to put 1 counter onto the Bristling Hydra. And he's going to swing in for, was it 5 with 1 counter?
Yes. It is a 4-3 normally.
Alright. So that's going to drop Dom down to 11. He had Aether Meltdown, but Bristling Hydra had Hexproof. Billy is sitting on Torrential Gearhulk, quite literally just waiting for Dom to do anything.
I mean...
And he's just going to keep converting damage with this Bristling Hydra. Billy draws the Aether Hub. That makes him more energy. So one of these Aether Hubs, Billy has no blue mana naturally. One of these Aether Hubs has to be blue. So he has to spend his energy in such a way that one of these Aether Hubs always produces blue.
I mean, that makes sense. It's fine what Billy is doing here.
That drops Dom down to 6. Billy's gonna pass turn. Ooh, and I believe that Dom is going to mill himself closer to said approach by sacrificing the Ipnir.
That's a thing.
And there it is.
There's the approach.
And he's gonna go for it, and Billy has the Torrential Gearhulk counter. We have a game 3. So Billy did get punished, but he ended up recovering with the help of Bristling Hydra.
Fairly decent.
So that goes back to what we were saying. All these creatures are amazing. So if you're able to just stick and commit 1, I mean, we saw Bristling Hydra do all the work by itself.
Exactly.
All right, Dom's rethinking some things. As far as the sideboard's concerned, looks like Billy is too. He may go a little bit lighter on counter spells.
What set was this 5 mana Wrath from?
Oh, it was End Hostilities. I already figured it out.
Oh.
I didn't know that's what you were doing.
Get out of my face.
Dude, I have the database in my head, but sometimes it runs slow.
That's fair. I'm kind of the same way on most things.
For me, it's like quite literally everything. Like I've expressed this when Brittany was back here as well. I remember the time that someone was like, "Yeah, I really like this card. It's like 1 blue, 1 colorless. It's devoid. It's 1/2 with ingest." I'm like, "Yeah, Mist Intruder."
Oh yeah, I love that card. I love that card.
Why is that something I remember?
I loved that card.
I did too, but why is that something I remember?
I mean,
it's a common.
I mean, I'm the same way. Like literally, like I was the encyclopedia of the apart. What's that one standard card that does this one thing? Oh yeah, it's this one.
Yeah, it's that. I'm sorry about the End Hostilities though.
Oh, no,
I was just like
fine.
sitting here.
It's
I'm like,
fine.
what is he doing?
It's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
You were trying so hard.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm like real bad at Wraths though, because I don't play them because I play creature decks.
I played Black-White Control during that time.
That's fair.
And then it got real good once they printed Gideon, and you were just like Secure the Waste minus Gideon, Anthem, everything.
Languish.
Languish was great. And then your opponent's one of those people that's like, I'm gonna collect a company, and you're just like Hollowed Moonlight.
Yep.
I remember when I met you, you were playing Company.
It's real funny how that works out, right? Real funny how that works out, right?
Right. I think we have Domino Mulligan here.
I think so. Yeah, no, so I was playing Bant Company because I had most of the cards for it. Not because I wanted to. I definitely didn't want to. No, I didn't want to. I just had the cards for it.
It's just Ryan and I were riding out the Black-White Control.
Yeah,
train.
that's fair.
Because like Secure the Waste was real good.
Which that was the thing, was like I wanted to play Black-White, but I had collected companies and stuff.
Right. Alright, looks like we have...
Dom is like every game for every game at this point on this turn 1 irrigated farmland.
Yes. And Billy is finally, we're going to see an Attune on camera tonight.
Yeah, dude. Turn 1 Attune seems good.
And it's exactly where you want to be. The 2 extra energy always comes in clutch. I've never seen a Temur deck not convert all of their energy. That's why this deck's so efficient. If they don't get some weird odd interval of energy, they always just make use of all of it.
Yeah, it's like there's never just like when I see like
I never see one energy just left over.
Yeah, like when I walk around looking at people playing like energy decks, like I never see someone with just an abundance of energy unless they're losing.
Yeah, unless they're just making energy doing nothing.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be an uphill climb for Billy as far as being on the draw.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ooh, fast land right on time. We see slow lands all the time. These fast lands just like
they
come
don't
on the 4th turn.
They don't want to show up when.
All right, we have a
needed.
Rogue Refiner for Billy, but he's going to shift the turn back. Dom's going to play his 4th land. He's going to shift the turn back.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like, not just playing your 3rd or your turn 3. He's probably just playing around Censor, of course, but...
Yeah, which is what this play telegraphs.
And then
Maybe Dom sided back into the Censors,
yeah,
which Billy doesn't know he sided him out.
it makes sense on the play, but yeah, I could see it.
All right, and that's going to be 5 energy total now for Billy and a 3/2 on board, and he drew a card. This card's bad.
Great on rate. Wait, no, never mind. It's bad.
We have a search for his content down
It's
for
horrible.
Dom. Yeah, and if anyone doesn't get what we're saying at this point, Rogue Refiner is actually an awesome card. It's that the joke is that pros typically say you side it out because it's the worst card in the deck, and it is.
They're not wrong.
When you look at a hard board state, it is quite literally the worst card. It's just funny that is your worst card.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, in my green white company deck, my worst card is like Ramming App Excavator, right?
Yeah.
It just does nothing by itself.
What would my worst card be? That's right. I play good stuff. Probably something in my sideboard is the worst card in my deck.
It's probably that one main deck, Gavany Township. I've never seen you activate.
Boy, ask Caesar about that.
Well, see, that's what Caesar gets for playing slow decks.
Ask Caesar about that.
All right, we're going to see this Rogue Refiner get in for another 3. Dom's going to take said 3. He's looking at a grip of lands, and...
It's a Torrential Gear Hulk cast out.
And one land.
Yeah.
Billy is looking at Bristling Hydra, Supreme Will, a Braid? Is there any reason to leave a Braid in? Maybe that's Glorybringer.
No, it's in a Braid.
At the back. That's odd. There's quite literally no reason to bring the card in unless you're expecting Caracal.
Torrential Gear Hulk.
Okay, that's fair. You're expecting Torrential Gear Hulk. If Dom sideboarded correctly and you sideboard correctly. Okay. It's pretty next level. You have to have the Abrade at the exact time they have Torrential Gear Hulk.
Oh, yeah. Like now.
Yeah, this is going to be a Bristling Hydra coming down for Billy. Dom's going to see if he can find a hard answer to this rather than having to, have
Supreme
Billy
Will.
pump or something like that. That Supreme Will is going to be a hard answer. He's going to keep that one on top. But Billy also just has a Supreme Will of his own.
And 3 mana to play it.
Billy can win this counter war. This is redemption for you.
Yeah.
This is the fabled redemption. How many cards in hand?
3.
It's 3.
Supreme Will. Seems good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Because this is one of Billy's best cards in the
Yeah,
matchup.
he needs this card to resolve.
Yeah.
He absolutely needed that to resolve.
So a good win for Billy right there.
And he needs Dom to not
Just
have
go
a
ham
Wrath.
this
No,
turn.
he just all he needs is for him not to have a Wrath, but he has an approach, so that's something too.
Well, we saw Bristling Hydra win through approach last game. He won post approach, resetting
heck,
life total.
dude, you can.
Yeah, Billy says you got it. Dom's gonna go to 18.
Billy's probably gonna make the biggest Hydra I've ever seen in my life.
I would too.
I definitely would.
I would go banana sandwich.
Yeah, like literally just like counter. let go.
All right, it's gonna be a forest off the top for Billy.
Untap land.
He has another Bristling Hydra.
Oh yeah,
he
for
can
sure.
convert on this turn.
I think you do that. I think you play it, make
Yeah,
the
'cause-
biggest bristling Hydra this world's ever seen, and try in one fell swoop Dom.
He says counter. Okay. Being conservative, he has a solid plan here if he can convert all these bristling hydras. Get in there.
For 8. Get you down to 10.
This is looking good.
Rogue Refiner.
Rogue Refiner.
Because he doesn't need to play the other Hydra here. He needs another card, and he needs to hope it's a counter spell. And Dom doesn't draw into like something stupid like another approach or something like that.
Right. It's going to be a Whirler Virtuoso off the top. Well, you're also hoping he doesn't have board wipe, right? Just converts a big Fumigate here.
Yeah. I mean, he does have a cast out, which I do like Billy keeping up some amount of energy for like these Aether meltdowns and things of that nature.
Big
Moment
draw
of truth.
step here for Dom.
Moment of
This could
truth.
literally just be game, depending on what he draws. Come on, dude.
The slow roll, dude.
Well, he has a search, too.
Yeah,
He has a search activation.
that's fair. The slow roll.
What was that?
I think that's Wrath to Exile.
Oh, settle the record.
Yeah.
Wow. Huge draw step for Dom. Huge.
Do they
Dom
target?
step. Huh?
It doesn't target.
No, it's
Oh.
it's all attacking creatures. You can wrath your own creatures.
He has a counterspell.
He has a negate in hand. He has a negate at the back of his hand.
Oh my goodness.
This is it. This is one of the biggest turns I've ever
And
seen for a
Dom
game.
can't even like do like the only thing he can do is hope to cycle his cast out and draw
Just
a counterspell.
draw an answer. This is gonna be a big turn. We have Bristling Hydra. There's no reason not to. It gives you 3 more energy.
Yeah,
for
make
the
a bigger.
attack.
I mean, granted, you didn't need to, but like, why not?
Right. See if he does something right now. Getting him to use his mana is the biggest reason.
Yeah,
Dom's saying I don't need to use my mana because I have this game plan, but he doesn't know about Billy's game plan.
no.
This is a big attack. Attack with everything. This is gonna be settle for 4.
And then Billy goes, "Ask me about my counterspell." All Dom can do is cycle and hope it's a negate, or
Look at Billy. Billy's like, please.
please, please, sir. Oh,
That doesn't do it. That doesn't do it.
oh,
No, that's it.
oh,
Billy's game. Billy got
Oh.
it.
Oh.
That was a good turn. That was a
Oh my
solid.
God, that's why we watch Magic.
Yeah, that's a solid attack step. I enjoy commentating because this is where I this is where I get my thrills.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're over here just like adrenaline junkies in the booth, just like, oh man, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be off top?
Oh yeah, it's.
I love that game. That game was so good. Granted, I hate this deck, but you know, like, hey,
All right, so shout out to Billy. He's gonna be our big winner for the night.
he's the Pro Tour champion right now.
That's it. We're $20,000 in his pocket.
Right,
40,000,
now.
whatever they
Just
make.
whoever, whatever.
Whatever I'm making next year.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's go.
Well, we can't. I guess we could both win a Pro Tour.
We
next
could
year.
both win a Pro Tour next year.
That's fair. Plus, they have the whole team aspect now.
We
so
could win one Pro Tour.
We could. You, Brendan, and I could.
Win one simultaneously one Pro Tour.
Oh, is there a team one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys there.
I mean, we'll definitely try and get this GP deal going.
Absolutely. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and that's going to be Billy's going to be our winner for the night with good old Temur Energy. Thank you, James, for joining us.
Oh, no problem. I will probably not be here next weekend because I work retail and.
Y'all get some of that Chad solo.
I mean, Chad's cool.
Yeah,
Chad's cool.
I'm actually surprisingly good at talking to myself. So
Just pre-record like some stuff and then respond to your pre-recordings.
well, this is a big turn for him. So explain to us what's happening on this board state, and I'm just like talking in my own recording. Thank you all so much for joining us. Y'all have a great night.
Appreciate it, guys. Later.